Hello everyone, it's Andrzej Krzywda from Arkency. We've been working on this piece of code for a while so far, and there is some result design where we have arbiter class, and there are some rule objects. Basically, I want to try a different implementation. In short, I think this one is not bad, but I'm not super happy with that. And given the size of this object as a unit, I feel, and given the quite good test coverage we have here, I feel quite brave to kind of re-implement. So how can it work? I imagine that given I have all the tests and they are all passing now, what I want to do is I want to comment out all the tests apart from the first one. So now obviously for the current implementation it works. But now what I want to do is I don't want to use this code which exists right now. Maybe I'll reuse some bits of it, but I just want to say game score. And game will be a new object. And right now, the only test that is... game.score, and now I can be like TDD from the beginning. This is a nice trick overall. I applied it several times. So undefined method score for nil class. So it'll be driven by test. This is real TDD, even though we're working on a legacy code base. So game equals, so that's called love all. Let's keep the same namespace. Love all. Right, new. Running test. It fails because initial is constant. So we go there and we say, actually I suppose I can do something like this. There was a trick for that, but I don't remember. Anyway, love all, run the test. It will keep telling me what I should do, right? Undefined method score. Okay, dev score. Run the test. Love all expected but was nil. Right, so love all, that was the expectation. Yes, run the test. 15 all expected but was love all. What? Oh, right, because I still have this. Let's skip this one. It's not there. Okay. Okay, that's the trick to temporarily disable this. Okay, and now I can go to the next one and run the tests, and they fail, right? So maybe I will choose now what is the next one. 0, 0, and when the first one is scoring, this will be 15 love, right? And now obviously it's wrong because this doesn't really do anything here. Now I need to do something else. So now I have this game object. It starts with love all, which makes sense. But when we are in this mode, we want to say player 1 score. And what should happen? It should return 15 love. New. I hope that's the thing, if I imagine it correctly. And I'm not going to implement all of this at now, because I don't want to bore you with all the details. I want to show you the way of thinking here. So, and the idea here is that I want to, so we are calling player score point, but also I want to say game player 1 score, right? Okay. And actually what I want to have is I want to replace the existing game with whatever was returned. Undefined method score. So now it is returning this. Nice. And $15 love. Oh, it's passing. So maybe this attempt has some potential. So what happens if it's actually the second player which scores, right? If we run it, obviously it's a wrong thing because now we are still returning love all. And the missing bit is that now I want to have this line, but instead I want to say player2 score, and player2 score will return love 15. So it might look crazy, right? I wonder if we can implement something, but that's the thing with TDD, that at the beginning it might be okay to go crazy, but only later to refactor. I just want to see how far I can go with this implementation. Probably I will not implement, to answer your question, probably not implement all the results as objects, but I want to see how far I can go, right? So usually you want to refactor only after you see the problem, not before. So right now in this happy mode, I will just keep doing this, right? But I will not bore you with all the details, so we'll soon finish this at some green state. So love 15 is not there. Let's run the test. Should fail on the missing score method. Yep, def score, and we're expecting love 15. Yep. Okay, so here is where I stop. I want to teach you this lesson today. I want to share with you this technique, and maybe you can try this on some of your objects where you feel you have a really good test coverage. Just get rid of the previous implementation, or just ignore it, like it's still there, right? I'm just not calling this, and try to implement it using TDD. So if you have good tests, and this is really good test suite because I can just comment out one by one, so it's like scenario by scenario. And in this situation, I can just uncomment the ones that I want to be driven by. And I can imagine which ones are good for me to be driven by. And then obviously we have this TDD cycle. So it's red, green refactor, right? It's red, then it's green. And at some point, every few cycles, we are refactoring. So maybe it's worth trying. Thank you.